I'm Mike Teolis. I am currently at the Latin School of Chicago. I've been teaching since probably since before I finished college, my senior year, so probably since 1974. So this is my 43rd year in education, 15 years in the Catholic schools, and my 28th year currently at the Latin School. For a beginning music educator, I have offered some things that I think that they really should keep in mind. You're in the people business, first of all, and depending on where you plan to work, I think that one of the important things is to get a chance to practice your craft. I will often tell students who say I'd like to be working in a public school and working in a marching band situation, and or working with a really good group of students and doing contests and adjudications and things. And I tell them not every one of those jobs is going to be open at the time that you're going to be available. And I would say, at least in this area, take a look at some of those schools like the Catholic schools, where maybe you're not necessarily going to make a whole lot of money, but you are going to get a chance to practice your craft and to pad your resume, to build, to learn to work with students, to actually maybe pick up some other tools along the way, learning other instruments that you really should be able to do, to be able to play. You don't have to play them at the highest proficiency level, especially if you're working with young students. They're just impressed that you play them. I also say refer to your sessions with your students as classes. Get that word rehearsal out of your lexicon. You are a music educator and you need the other teachers to accept you as such. And that if you can, whenever you can, you refer to your sessions with the students as classes and not rehearsals. We know in effect a lot of times they are actual rehearsals, but keep in mind that you're a music educator. Keep playing. Or stay involved in music, even if it's not necessarily your instrument. If you're an instrumentalist and you enjoy singing an ensemble, it's important that you find out what it's like being on the other side of the podium often. You don't have to do it a whole lot, but it's really important to always keep that perspective. That it's one thing being in front of a class, and it's another thing being on the other side and letting somebody lead you, and you have to be the follower. And I would say, stay positive. Be positive with the students and encourage them. They're not there necessarily to become the next Doc Severinsons or Jimmy Pankows. I mean, the idea is they want to learn the instrument, and they're going to remember you because you are the band director that they have. They're not going to go from one band director to another class with another band director. You're the band director. You're the one who's going to be making that initial impression, and that's going to stick with them probably the rest of their lives. So remember that. Remember to be inspirational. In most cases, we're general practitioners. We get them started. If they want to take it to the next step, we try to help them in that direction.